Hey everybody, it's Tom again. Today we're going to take a break from our usual Led Zeppelin and we're going to try and learn Thunderstruck by AC/DC. So this song, of course, the infamous guitar riff is the main thing we'll look at first, but there's a lot of rhythm guitar work going on here, especially from the part that accompanies the main tricky sounding riff. As well, we want to talk about how the riff is performed on record versus how it's performed live. So here in the tab, we've got them playing notes only on the B string, and the open B is on every offbeat. Now, what you can probably already hear there is that that's really difficult to pick that with high gain at high speed without having inconsistency on the sound of the open notes. It's very, very easy to fall off of that to the point that AC/DC doesn't even play it that way. They played it that way in the studio, allegedly with the every string except the B string taken off the guitar, just to make it easier to record. But in live situations, all they're really doing is legato. It's all with the with the fret hand. We just drop on hard to the 4, pull away, so we get the open ringing, and while it rings, go hammer the 7th fret and pull away from that. The trick here is that it has to be 16th notes. We can't have a lurch. We can't allow any extra time to the pull-off note just because it's a technique. We have to have everything go right on the count. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Now, the other cool thing about this riff is that when we hit a certain speed, we start to hear that cascading sound that is the signature sound of the riff. So it's that correct timing at high speed that makes that sound legitimate. We always want to make sure to practice this slow enough that we can play it perfectly, but fast enough that we feel we're at our limit. Whether that's the actual speed of the song for you, it depends on where you are on your guitar journey. But the best thing you can do with a song like this is do the technique right, because otherwise you'll end up with sort of a shoddy sounding Thunderstruck if you rush through it with no technique practice. So the other thing that goes down in this song, right after we've had that intro riff where we just move the melody up 1/2 step, so we get like a really hair-raising kind of tension that goes with that. We move it back to the 4th fret, back to the 5th fret, just repeating that riff, and then at bar 10, we're going to kick into the riff that defines pretty much the lead guitar part for the rest of the song. So we're still doing 16th notes, we're still doing pulling off to the open B on the off notes, but now the pattern is longer and moves across more of the scale and takes 2 bars to complete. Oh. I messed it up a bit there. But what we're doing, we're going 3 notes down. I would use more than one finger to play this. Don't be that player. We're gonna go 12, 10, 9, back to 10. 9, 7, 9, 5, 7, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. So that's obviously, this is just something that has to be memorized to make it work. We don't want to be having to sight read this every time. So I've known this melody forever. And it just repeats and repeats like that. If you can put it into muscle memory, it's honestly maybe one of the easier parts of the song. Once that technique becomes easy, and we're making sure to block our strings so that we get that nice ring out, we'll be okay. So that string blocking thing, I don't think I mentioned that yet. You want to lay your thumb across the 4 deep strings and use your pointer finger or some finger on the picking hand to touch the E string too. So now only one string, the B string, can make a sound, which means I can really fling my finger at those notes. I don't have to worry about avoiding hitting the other strings or being super precise on my string because they're all blocked off. Now, in the video, we've got Angus with the rock and roll cymbal up, and he's running around and doing the whole thing. There's a little bit of, obviously, performance aspect there. It's just a music video, but also probably is running a noise gate or has some kind of dampening thing specifically for that song. I wouldn't be surprised, because we always see him play that with one hand, and you know, a Gibson through a stack of Marshalls at full blast, like, I'm nowhere close to full blast, and one knock on the guitar is enough to send it ringing. So for our purposes, playing at home, we're going to block everything but the B string, and then just go to work making our 16th note riff work correctly. Now, like I said, that's the whole rest of this guitar part. If I could scroll down the whole rest of the way, we wouldn't see anything new. There's a couple of gaps where the guitar simply stops while there's a guitar solo going from the other lead, but that's it for this riff. So the rest of the song, we want to look at one of the most underrated guitar players, of course, Malcolm Young. He's always overshadowed by, you know, the image of his brother Angus wearing the schoolboy outfit and playing the solos. But if we listen to this tune right from the top, I mean, listen to the tab of this tune, the beep boop version, we've of course got Angus at the start. Now the vocals, some of these digital instruments are chosen a little poorly and things come through quietly or muffled, but we've got the hi-hat, Angus's riff, and that's what we got so far. Next we got to add the kick drum and thunder. Then the bass comes in. Now there's only one guitar or one instrument left. It's that rhythm guitar. And listen to how it glues the whole groove together when it comes in here. Let's bring that to solo for a sec. So, we've got ourselves but with palm muting. Oh. Man, a little bit rough in there myself. What's happening there that makes this one chord riff actually rather difficult is the pick pattern. To make it authentic and to really get that upbeat feeling groove that sort of brings the song together is we have to follow the 16th note on and off beats with our down and up picking. This works in tons and tons of songs, but if you look at this first beat, it's 1 E and. So that is a down, up, down. Next beat, we've got 2 and ah, but this ah is an 8th note, so it's going to last all the way to the next off beat. So we're going to have down, down, up, up, down, down, down. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Now, that little inflection of doing the upstrokes right there, it's fair to say that, yeah, you could avoid that or not give it any consideration, but I'm telling you, that is the thing that makes this riff absolutely work. Is it's just got strong fundamentals and it draws that interesting little offbeat, dun dun, right in the right place. So this riff, like the other one, just persists. It's going to keep going through the verse. It even goes through the bridge where there's kind of another thing happening on the guitar layers, but this riff and that riff just continue pressing through. We actually don't really break from this until we finally get to the second bridge before the first chorus. So really, since we can't listen to the real track, I think we're going to skip ahead to where things start getting interesting at that first bridge. So we're at the first bridge. We've got rhythm guitar playing that riff. We've got lead guitar playing its pull-off riff. But here we finally get so this is just sort of the, I think the bridge could also be thought of as a pre-chorus, but yeah, terminology. So we're just using power chords to make things go here. If we want to talk a little bit about what this chord progression is, and indeed what all the chord progressions in this song are going to end up being, we want to think of ourselves like we're in the key of B, because all of our pull-off riffs are home on B. And if B is the one chord, that means that A, if we're doing B to an A, that means A is chord 7 in the key, and E is chord 4. So 1, 7, 4. A progression like that, if you want to get technical with it, you call it a mixolydian progression. We're in the key of B, but instead of 1, 4, 5, we're going 1, 7, 4. And it's basically lends itself to rock and roll and hard rock music because it lets us have an upbeat song that doesn't constantly feel like it's trying to come to a nice conclusive ending. It just kind of rolls on because that 7th note doesn't have that pull back home like it would in the normal major key. So that's my little aside on theory, but all the power chord riffs in this song are going to be these 3 chords. I think maybe at one point we put this 2/4 chord up on the big string towards the very end of the song for one thing, but primarily we're going to see these chords. So first pre-chorus is kind of a fake out. At the end of it, rather than go into the Thunderstruck part, the riffs just continue. We're bringing a B while the 2 main riffs continue on. This lead guitar just continues to add texture while the other riffs push along. But let's get to the rhythm guitar. This is where we'll follow Malcolm's guitar here. He's really got the heart of the song. Get the chorus. So it took us a long time to build up. We're at bar 92 before we actually get where the song was going. Our second bridge is same chords but a different actual picking rhythm as the first bridge. This is, of course, we get the I was shaking at the knees. It's that part. When we get to the chorus, there's one other little rhythm we want to be aware of here. We're still doing the same 3 chords, but in the lead guitar, we've got this little extra expression here. And the best way to kind of get that all to fit on one is simply to double up the A chord that we just saw in the rhythm guitar here. Let's go back to our spot. So if this A chord gets doubled up, then we get the whole thrust of the chorus riff on one guitar part. After the chorus, we predictably just go to the ringing B chord. Let's go see what's happening on lead guitar. Still that same riff. But the other lead guitar is ringing out a couple of notes. We got a little bit of riff melody here, but we're kind of texturing, and then we're going to do a big pick slide before we get into the solo. So this, after the chorus, here we go. Let's speed train this thing a little bit. That caught me off guard there. So, into the solo, let's start at about maybe 45% or so. Here we move into the, must be the fourth bridge in the song. Now that solo, that was kind of short and sweet. What I noticed at the start here, of course, of the pick slide, if you're unfamiliar with the technique, what you want to do is turn to the long side of your pick, put it on the 3 big strings, or however many strings are needed, but the ones that are wound, and then just move it like you're shoveling snow. You want a slight angle, and then you don't need to move it very fast because you're out of time already and you've run out of space. So if you go slow, you can pick slide for as long as is necessary. Every little individual wind on your string can be one of these X's in a pick slide. Oh yeah, we should bring the speed up a little bit here. Here we are, 57. Not bad. Little bit of tricky stuff here. This bar. Oh. Right. So we've got a triplet here, but then we've got faster. We've got 30-second notes kind of going as really quick 4-beat phrases. So, okay, and then down in this one, we want to notice this part here, all 16th notes, so the very last one, even the note before it is an 8th, but at the end of a triplet, so it feels a little bit fast. Let's try 67. Here we go. 2/3 speed. I faked it a little bit there in the last couple of bars, but overall, the solo feels a little bit better as we speed up, mostly because the phrasing now makes better sense. Let's go another 10% faster. It's getting there. Definitely having it at a good clip makes it feel more natural, but we want to have that slow motion at first just to get the fingers used to walking the path, and then you can run the path. I played it, but I faked it. That was at 86 speed. Kind of want to go faster, but not much faster. Let's take it to 91, and if that goes okay, we'll take a shot at 100%. Okay, I think we might be starting to hit the old speed limit on this one, guys. But there's one thing we can do to work on that first. We can speed train it a bit. Let's take it back down to where it was manageable. Maybe even slower. So it's right here is the trouble spot. Let's bring that real slow one time. So that bend right there is what's slowing me down. Okay, one try at full speed, and then we'll continue on. We'll finish the song. We got most of it, but not a Angus Young expert the way I am a Jimmy Page expert, so I'm going to throw the towel on that one. We'll say we got it at about 86% was the last good one. 91 was okay, but yeah. So moving on from there. The bridge comes after it. We've got yet another catchy little AC/DC part. This really quick kind of bluesy move there over that last beat in bar 117. But the vocals, of course, they're kind of just following the inflection of that. This is just a little more dialed in melody or precise melody because we've got the guitar playing it rather than the voice. This just repeats, and what's cool here is as the backup vocals start to thicken up, we get those double stops coming in, which is really cool. Always love that. That's one of those AC/DC sounds that we hear in a lot of songs. The double stop on G and B at the same fret. Seems like it's just got AC/DC written all over it. And then finally, we got another chorus, which is best viewed on that rhythm guitar. And then at the end of the tune, we get one more power chord riff. We don't really take the chord to F sharp, but we are going to use the low 2 or the low 2nd fret there. So of course this is yeah, it's alright. We're doing fine. Thunderstruck. Yeah, so that's our, I guess, oh, and we got the riff under the solo, right. Again, just mining those 3 power chords for gold. The whole entire song is made of these 3 chords and a couple of transition notes when needed. But all the power chord stuff in there is just based off those 3. And we got, I think, 4 or 5 great riffs out of that. The last thing in there is there's a little lead guitar over the end. From what I recall, this is a little bit more straightforward bluesy kind of stuff. Let's just give it a crack and see how it goes. Oh, wow, okay. And then we just have the slowdown of the big riff as we land over a beat. So that's soloing at the end there. We got a little bit tricky here. Just want to look at our runtime's starting to get up there, guys. So I think I'm going to leave this second solo off for now due to runtime, and I don't feel like learning it right now. So hit me up if you want more AC/DC. Let me know in the comments if you like anything or don't like anything about the channel and you feel I need to know. Let me know. Interact with the channel any way you guys like. Maybe by liking and subscribing would be a good way to start. See you next time.